boost the confidence, to get more inspiration, to get more motivation for our efforts, we happen to call the doyens of the pharmaceutical industry and the regulatory today. So that's why, contrary to the regular workshop pattern, we arranged a little bit interactive CEOs also, with the regulatory heads also, so that we wish to listen from them also, take their message forward before actually pursuing the workshop, day-long workshop. That's why we're all here. Once again, from Federation of Pharma Entrepreneurs, National, we all welcome you once again.
It's a very good initiative by FOPE, Federation of Pharma Entrepreneurs. Heartfelt congratulations to Mr. Chakravarti for taking up the initiative and organizing this event. And respected dignitaries on the dais, Mr. Chakravarti Garu, Mr. Rajabhan Garu, Mr. Madan Mohan Reddy Garu, Harish Jain Garu, Dr. Ratnakar Garu, and all the respected professionals from pharma industry, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning. Rajabhan Garu, మాట్లాడిన తర్వాత ఎక్కువ మాట్లాడడానికి ఏం స్కోప్ ఉండదు, but I will try to say a few things. To start with, I'll quote one example. Very frequently we come across such instances. We read in newspapers and social media also. Doctor, while operating a patient, negligently leaves scissors or bandage in the abdomen of the patient's stomach after performing the surgery. This is one instance which we very frequently come across through media. And how do you feel when we come across such instances? We'll form an impression, general impression about the negligent attitude by the entire medical professional. One such instance. We quite often generalize medical professionals are thoroughly negligent. You might have, some of you might have seen one video which became viral yesterday. It's about traffic policeman. Chakravarti Garu is very active on social media. At least you might have seen it. And some of you might have seen it. One traffic constable, traffic ASI, is not constable. He was seen abusing a lorry driver in a very filthy language. It became viral. General public, they will form an impression that entire police department is like this. They abuse everybody. They ill-treat everybody. And people tend to generalize certain instances. Why I quoted these two examples, correlation with the pharma industry. We have seen such instances in the recent past pertaining to pharma quality, pharma products quality. We have seen in Gambia. What happened in Gambia, all of us are aware. And several such instances of failure of pharma products, and quite often leading to the fatalities that cast a doubt or shadow on the quality of the pharma products. Instances may be very few and very far between. They affect the reputation of the pharma industry. All of you are aware how this competitive world. It's a competitive world. And the pharma industry in India are facing 2-3 challenges, major challenges. Number one is about quality. Number two, global competition. Number three, spurious drugs. We have to address all these challenges. And we are aware the potential of pharma industry. Mr. Rajabhanu, just now he spoke. Our objective is to reach 130 billions by 2030. And maybe $250 billion by 2040. A lot of potential is there. But unless we compete with the world as a whole and improve the standards, improve the quality of our products, this we may not achieve. This workshop is about avoiding human errors in pharma production. And human errors may be 2-3 types. Mostly unintentional. Number two, negligent. It causes out of negligence. It may not be unintentional, but negligent. But sometimes it may be intentional also. That is called sabotage. But very few such instances occurs in the pharma industry. And to avoid these human errors, what measures we have to adopt? That's what this workshop aims for. We have to continuously train our workforce, improve their skills. We have to educate them and fill the gaps. And all these things shall simultaneously go on. And apart from all these things, we have to motivate our workforce, motivate our employees. Unless the employee is happy, unless the employee is satisfied, he may not put his 100% best for the company. And I can quote recent one example. I'm also holding additional charge of excise enforcement. Recently in one distillery, they manufactured about 100 cases of liquor without the consent, without permission, and without taking approval from the management. And that was detected by our enforcement teams, and action was taken against management that, like in our pharma industry, stringent action we take quite often is SPO, stop production order. We have taken similar action with that distillery also. But subsequently, we came to know during the inquiry that management, they have not paid the salaries for 2 months. And one employee in collusion with the line in charge, they manufactured, both of them took part in that operation. They manufactured 100 cases of liquor without permission, and that is called NDPL, non-duty paid liquor, and it will be taken very, very seriously by the excise department. These things may also happen, can happen. And when we talk about the production, people have a faith in the overall system. When a patient or patient's attendant goes to a medical shop, he expects that the medicines purchased there can cure the ailment of the patient or patient's attendant. But if the medicines prescribed by the doctor and purchased and used by the patient doesn't cure, he will lose the confidence. He will lose the trust. He may not lose the trust on the pharma company, but he loses trust on the medical professional or doctor who prescribed that medicine. And similarly, if Mr. Madan Reddy Garu quoted one thing, standards shall be applicable for both domestic consumers and for exports also. And we may, some of you might have come across such instances when we go to a shop and when we keep inquiring about the quality of a product which is displayed there, the shopkeeper tells us, sir, this is export quality. That export quality will be good, but the products which are for domestic population is not that standard. That is the general impression, general perception of the public. And it is true sometimes also. The countries which import our medicines, they impose stringent regulatory conditions. Their inspectors, their officers comes all the way from those countries, conducts elaborate and thorough inspections, and give observations, and those observations have to be notified to SEBI if the company is a publicly listed company. That is the reason our exporters, our companies which export medicines to other countries, they take a lot of care and precautions. But when it comes to our own population, that quality is being neglected. Not by everybody, but at least by some of the companies. That has to be avoided. And, as a regulator, people have faith in us. People have faith in the system. Likewise, when it comes to police department, people have the faith that every policeman works and the police department works for them. They take care of the safety and security of the people. They need not worry about their safety. They need not worry about their property. They lock their houses, it will be taken care. This type of confidence and faith will be there in the system. If the faith is, but if the department fails, or if the officer responsible for that particular area fails in their duty, the trust erodes. Similarly, when it comes to drugs control administration, as a regulator, it is our responsibility to ensure availability of quality, standard, and efficacious drugs to the population, to the public. If we fail in our responsibility, people will lose the confidence in us, the trust will be eroded, and we will not be doing justice to our job. And all of you are aware, pharma industry is running a pharma company is not like running a real estate company or running some hotel or running any other business. It involves the safety of the public. If a doctor is negligent, as Mr. Madan Reddy sir pointed out, 35 to 40% responsibility lies on doctor and 65% responsibility lies on pharma company. If a doctor is negligent, it may affect 1 or 2 patients or 10-15 patients at the most. But if a pharma company is negligent, it affects scores of people. You are all aware the incidents which took place in Gambia and other countries. Those are testimony to the instances which occurred in pharma companies, pharma industry, pharma sector. And we, over a period of time, some of the fraudsters who operate in the industry, who operate in India and abroad, particularly in India, they have developed expertise to that extent. They can make counterfeit drugs of any reputed company without raising any scope of any doubt or any suspicion. Even company experts also can't identify sometimes. And in the recent past, we have busted several such rackets operating outside the state and operating in Telangana also. You may be surprised to know one Nivolumab, the end of the life cancer drug manufactured by Bristol Myers. Spurious drug was manufactured in India, Nivolumab. And you can name any number of reputed companies like Aristo, Dr. Reddy's, Cipla, about several such companies, fast-turning drugs are being manufactured, and all those drugs are spurious drugs, 100% no drug. Sometime back, I worked in Hyderabad City Police. I was heading a task force for quite some time. During that time, we could bust several gangs which prepares, fabricates, counterfeit or fake educational certificates. Fake educational certificates, you will be surprised to know, Stanford University education certificate was also manufactured, prepared. Same embalming and everything. We have that much expertise. That is a major challenge for the pharma industry. If a counterfeit or spurious drug manufactured in your name, in the name of the company, is in circulation, that affects the reputation of that particular company. That is the reason in several instances, reputed companies are not coming forward to lodge a complaint also. If they lodge a complaint, their reputation gets affected. But that is not the solution. It has to be reported to police, reported to department. We are here to take care of that. We are working in coordination with other departments. The recent bust which we carried out in Uttarakhand, our teams in association with intelligence, task force, and local police went there, stayed there for a couple of days, stayed there for 1 week. We have identified that manufacturing unit. And while they were manufacturing spurious drugs pertaining to a reputed company, they were caught red-handedly and they were brought from all the way Uttarakhand to Hyderabad. And this one instance I am quoting because we will go to any extent to bust such rackets. We will not allow any such activity in Telangana. In fact, if we have information outside state, we'll operate in other states also. That is the assurance I would like to give to all of you. And it is the responsibility it is not only the responsibility of the department, it is the collective responsibility. Whenever you have any such information, kindly share with us. We'll keep that confidential. We'll not expose your name and your company also. It is the collective responsibility and it is the responsibility of both of us, industry and regulator, to eradicate such elements and to curb such activity in the country. And finally, I would like to convey my heartfelt congratulations to the organizers, Mr. Chakravarti Garu and the entire team for organizing this event and giving me the opportunity to interact with all of you. I am neither a domain expert, subject matter expert, nor a technical person, but I learned a lot from all the speakers. And my heartfelt congratulations to all of you and all the best to all of you. Thank you.